What's going on, everybody? We are back with Grand Tactician's The Civil War. We are trying to close in on the Union here and maybe get a victory in our 1861 CSA campaign. It's not unheard of to get them this quickly or quicker. Very quick overview once I get my cursor back up. Alright, we have a battle triggering now right around Washington. We'll see what we can do with this one. Again, ignore that if you're new to the channel or just haven't watched in a while. We don't have 26,000, maybe half that. We're back on the Gettysburg map, so yeah. I feel like I should be given a quiz. Alright, so the Union forces are going to come in from the northeast east. It looks like we're going to have reinforcements from the north, which were probably detailed in that dispatch I just received, but then ignored. Alright, so this would bring up all of Magruder's force. That's not what we want to do. That's better. Why don't we just all do this now? I like that. I don't know if it's because of the amount of artillery. There's now artillery on both wings, whereas before it seemed like most of it would always be on the left. Smith, we need some skirmishers, so we'll pull him from Smith, and I can't see who's next to Smith. I think it says Donaldson, maybe? Yeah. We'll pull those skirmishers out. Maybe. Alright. Put them there. And there. Yeah, I like this setup a little bit more than the other ones, so maybe we'll just keep everybody right where they are. If I lost the ability to click on Magruder, I have not. Huh. I didn't know the skirmishers were going to keep their formation relative to the main body if I move the main body. Anyways, we're ready to get into it. It's quite enough babbling. We'll see if we can make it here. This would be not terrible for an artillery heavy army. Assuming we'll glitch, we'll do that. Yeah, we did. We'll do that. Alright, we'll send Smith out. And I actually do have cavalry. So I'd like to detach. And then if I can, I'm in the wrong panel. Let's see if we can detach them. Let's speed everything up here. Get them good and detached. It's fine if they go up there. I want them up there, but oh, they pushed us to a minor victory already. Yeah. Wonder if they're just going to be hanging out around here like they were the last time. Alright, so not quite. They're on the move ever so slightly. Is that really a clump of trees? That's really a clump of trees. Alright. But we'll probably move them down there because that's where they're going to be. try. Famous last words. We should be set up in time. Should be. Hood. Hopefully free now. Yeah, you don't really have a view of the road. Oops. Made an abrupt turn. No abrupt turns. Get in there. Let's see how it looks. Okay. Get back in those woods. Let's get them dismounted. Get this force moving up. Okay. Seriously gonna pull back? Okay. Going to the woods. Why don't we set up here and see what that gets us? Try to follow McKibben and harass him. Ooh. It's a lot of wounded, not too many killed. Stay on him. Ah, jeez, they're just gonna try to run around. nice. Alright. So I'm not sure how many more forces we're going to have to run into before we run through Washington, D.C. If everything goes as it should, that would look like it would be the end of the campaign. Into that, but I believe there's another first corps. There are two first corps you can see to the east and west of Baltimore, and that fight was probably with the one west of it. It now says I'm engaged. I'm not sure with whom I'm engaged. Don't know. It's also not registering at the top that there's a kind of siege or anything that I'm a part of. We'll get there. Come on, cock, you can do it. I think I see another first corps coming in too. Alright, Hampton Company are on the march. This again. I just want to watch these guys to make sure they get in. Holy moly, the lag is real though. I mean, I'm stuck at single digits FPS. It's not normal. The zooming in and out bothers you. Apologize. But there is a greater good. I'm trying to get the music to cue, which a new song will play once you zoom all the way out. Looks like somebody ran into a fort somewhere. Apparently it's a secret, because I can't quite zoom in anymore. Sure, we'll, whatever it is, we'll auto-resolve it, see how it goes. I guess there are probably two options. Battle of Stanton and Battle of Morgan, both have 50% chances. Okay. Okay, now we can actually zoom in. I'm kind of see things. Sure. Done 2 frames per second now. Alright. Nope, it's not what I wanted to know. Alright, so this is the... Oh, okay, so I see Fort Morgan is actually under attack. Department of Pennsylvania... Sure, I'll fight them. Though they are at sea. The Battle of Cincinnati and Cleveland Railroad. That actually might be right. I'll have to check Beauregard's army. I'm not sure the last time I actually fought with him on a tactical map. See, I see Poplar Ford, I see Mitchell's Ford. This looks like the Manassas map. So they got 5,000 men. We're coming in with, yeah, 15,000 and 509 are sick. They're coming in with 31% casualties already. Yeah, it's basically 6,000 men, but 2,600 are out. So this should be a very one-sided affair. Once we're able to find them, looks like over here to the east. No, the west. I'm sorry. The west looks like the way they're going to come in. Given where we deploy, I don't really want to have to come over all these fords, but I don't think they have too much artillery that I need to worry about. And I do have the advantage in numbers. Not interested in splitting up. I think that's probably a losing. Here, let's just get everybody, even if it is allegedly slower, let's just do it this way. How's this only a single cannon? There's only 4 guns there. Alright. Okay. Alright. Sure, let's just get Lee set to long range. And we're ready to rock. Yeah, I'm sure. Let's set them way down here. Smith. There. Johnston. Palmer. Send to Sudley. And Stone will go. Ooh. There's a blue. Wait a minute. So there's kind of 2 Union entrances. 3. There's west, there's west northwest, and there is this one that's kind of north northwest. So Beauregard, let me guess. Maybe something like this. I may be getting too far out of myself on this map, but it seems like in past experience, the AI likes to do stuff up here. Granted, they kind of come in up here, but when they come in at Centerville, or when they come up from up here at the northeast, they tend to like to follow this unfinished railroad and duke it out over here. Maybe this time will be different. That'd be awesome. There was that very early video where they got themselves, for whatever reason, stranded down here on this very, very exposed peninsula, and we had troops mostly at Sutley Church and a few over here at the ford that were just firing down from up here and over here, and it was not a complete rout. It was actually relative to the Cav battle, it was a pretty close battle. But all right, so it looks like we found some here, and given the overall small numbers, this might be most of the force. So we're gonna have Stone go ahead and capture that. I don't know, we'll still bring Smith up. Okay, Rhett can come up. We don't need them there. It's close. That's not really where I need them. But we do have a group over here. Looks like a group of... Is that a battery? That is a battery. I didn't think they had any guns. But they do. Right, Palmer and company are there. Maybe we'll harass. Use one unit of skirmishers to harass them. It's probably a losing battle. Seems like artillery usually has skirmishers numbers, but are we stopping, guys? Johnston, no. We got the AI sending out skirmishers of their own. Smith, no. Melanchthon Smith. Believe Melanchthon Smith is also the name of one of the prominent anti-federalists in New York State around the time of the Constitution ratification. Himself, George Clinton, were among the leaders of the fight against the Articles, the Constitution in New York, and for the generally for keeping the Articles of Confederation. I believe Melanchthon Smith also authored some number of the anti-federalist papers, less well known than the Federalist Papers, though I don't know that we actually know the exact number because of their tendency to not publish their names. Alright, skirmishers are showing up. I think we paused, which is a good thing. Yeah, I can live with that. Alright, they're doing some work. You never responded here. It'd be nice if you could put skirmishers in buildings. There are some buildings you can, excuse me, garrison, and others you cannot. It's not really clear to me why you can garrison some. I found this out on the Gettysburg map. There are certain buildings in town you can garrison, certain you cannot. seminary you can garrison, but some of the farmhouses you can't even put some of your skirmishers in. I don't know, I think these guys would normally go for any cover they could get when you know you're outnumbered. Right, we got the trees, we got the house, that'd be nice. What's going on? Are we still shooting at double days? Artillery? Should be. Yeah, stable usually, in my experience, is a precursor to being broken. It'll say stable, sure, but it doesn't actually mean that you're going to be stable for long. How are we doing with our main force? We're moving. Overall, remember they came in with 2,600, which means we haven't done anything. That seems hard to believe. I guess the 40 killed is accurate. But alright, red is finally making his way. Hopefully these guys aren't getting too lit up. They're not. So far, no reported casualties. Meanwhile, they've knocked out half Patterson's artillery. Wow. But again, I don't think we did most of those. We might have done a couple hundred, but I think they also did quite a few to us, so we might have actually inflicted 2-to-1 casualties in the battle. We'll see how things shake out after this. First, we'll make sure that that actually loads us back into the campaign, because there are those crashes that happen after battles. If it loads us back in, I still really want to try to finish. I mean, it's a fine campaign and it's going well, but it just seems like we've been so close, and that effective Union resistance really doesn't exist. But I'd like to see the thing through. Just see how things go. I mean, that's that. And yeah, I am registering 1 frame per second. So, kind of just need to wait for the game to catch up, or my system to catch up to the game, I guess. Which, again, we usually do some okay titles at decent frame rates, but this game is a complete hog on the system memory. I got, as many of you probably do right now, 16 gigs of RAM. It's pretty stuff that works pretty well on most systems, but here I think when this game is running, it'll take half of that, or maybe a third of that is the right. Oh, it's a disaster. Even though they took 105 casualties and we took none. But it's a disaster at Morgan. So. Oh well. They're going to garrison our fort now. Be nice if we also now won down here. See, the Army of the Potomac is, the garrison is there, the Army of the Potomac is there. Yeah, I'd really like to continue that push. Alright. Army of the Shenandoah. What are we doing? Oh, Hampton's division is in there too. I just saw that. Can we get... Oh my goodness. Don't worry guys, when the game is polished, you're not going to get the same reminders all the time. I bet McCullough's got to be close to his destination. Not really. Glorious victory at Stanton. So we took Fort Washington and Fort Stanton, and there it is.
We are fighting for independence, and that, or extermination, we will have.
War's over, Union sues for peace, Confederate armies triumph.
Confederate States of America.
The campaign is over. It's an appropriate headline.
Epilogue.
Oh, okay.
Apostles of Disunion.
All right. I kind of want to hear it. I don't want this. There we go. That's a little hard to read, but national morale for us is 99, 23 for them.
All asked was to be let alone. Instead, the states with which they were lately confederated attempted a subjugation by arms. But the sword in Southern hand was grasped tightly, and it was against this sword the Union, under its stubborn leader Lincoln, threw itself. Relying on the divine power that they believed covered with its protection the cause they held just, the Southern soldiers struggled for their freedom, independence, and self-government. And in this struggle, the Confederacy achieved the unbelievable. On the brink of an abyss into which they did not wish to look, against all odds, as all the might of the Union crashed against them, the ranks of Southern soldiers held firm. But it would be only after the bloody and heroic struggle for freedom the Confederacy's true demeanor would be revealed.
Okay. Well, now you can see it really nice.
The nation was born from rebellion and extreme states' rights principles, and even during a war of survival against a common foe plagued by internal feuds and petty rivalries, the apostles of disunion could find no comfort within another union of states centrally governed. The idea of men depriving other men of their freedom would not succeed in the changing world. The question of slavery, the so-called divine institution the Confederacy was based on to protect, in its moral impossibility, would sooner rather than later threaten to implode the quarrelsome nation. And when that time comes, the Confederacy will be surrounded only by enemies, like hungry wolves, looking for any sign of weakness to exploit.
I don't know if it's okay for me to start talking. I wonder if near the end of that, the hint that the CSA would do away with slavery. I wonder if that's what? Apparently, it's not over for everyone. They want to. Somebody wants to keep fighting. I actually wonder if I could fight this battle. Uh, actually, that'd be funny. I wonder if that's because of the policies I chose. I wonder. I mean, I'm still doing King Cotton, which you would think would perpetuate slavery, but I was also doing industrialization. I think I did tariffs as well, and maybe that boosted the manufacturing. And so I don't know if every end of the CSA is going to be the same. Probably, because it didn't sound like too much of what was said in there was particular to the way that I played this campaign. That would actually be, uh, you know, there's a wish list. I think everybody has their wish list for this game. That would be an interesting one, and maybe it's already in there, but I don't quite realize it. Um, this is probably a terrible idea, but I'm gonna see if I can play this battle after the war's over. It doesn't look like it. Alright, I'll probably mess around with this off video. But that was it. We actually played it through to the end. That was early June of 1861. A much quicker and less bloody affair than the real thing. But there you have it. Some alternative history. I'm not done with the game by any means. The developers are not done with the game by any means either. I'm not sure exactly what the next steps will be. I'm thinking either waiting for the next patch, which should be coming shortly, and then doing a fresh 61 CSA campaign, maybe turning the Union aggressiveness up if it'll help. We'll see, and then maybe the Union will recruit better armies, and maybe that would give us some sort of baseline to compare the game. If not that, I would consider the Union 61 campaign, again with CSA aggressiveness maybe turned up, see how things go, or get some more historical battles in, because they are really good. Yeah, I'm not sure, and maybe it'll be a combination of all those. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the end of this campaign, and you will see me or hear from me in the future.